Probably about 4 hours after that, down to the party town of Key West, Margaritaville down there. Now a quick left from there and it's about 5 hours to Cuba. And about 5 minutes after we touch the sand there, we'd probably be on our way to jail. So fortunately Captain Gary is going to take us up to downtown instead. I'm sure you guys wanted a fun trip, probably not that fun. Now we got some more of these markers here on the left side, green square shaped markers. If you guys are going to drive a boat here in Fort Lauderdale, knowing what these things are telling you is a pretty important piece of information to have. Right here where we are, in the center of the channel, there's about 15 feet of water beneath the bottom of the boat and the sand below. If you look on the other side of those markers on the left side there, it looks like plenty of water there, right? Well, there's not. At low tide, it's about 15 inches deep over there. So if you pick the wrong side of one of these markers out here, you might have a bad day. So because it's so shallow over there, it makes it a popular place for our sandbar, party cove, beer can island, whatever you want to call it. That is where all the locals go and anchor out on the weekends. We'll come back through here a little later on. There'll be 30, 40, maybe 50 boats out there. I've got a house here on the right side with a rock seawall there. And oh, check it out, guys, alligator right there on the rocks on the right side. See? Now that's a Florida concrete alligator. He hasn't moved in a while. Sorry about that miscommunication. Probably should have led with concrete alligator. Anyway, a guy who used to own that house, he obviously liked to put alligators on his seawall, but he also used to put them on t-shirts as well. Rene Lacoste, Eyes on Lacoste Sports on the right side. Now this next place coming up on the right here for sale, it's actually an empty lot there. It was a house on the property until about 3 years ago. And several decades back, 2 people lived in the home. One of them was Lee Majors, $6 million man. The other person that lived there with him was his wife, Farrah Fawcett. At some point there, they fell upon some hard times, ended up going their separate ways. Lee tried to go on living in that house, but so finally he called his realtor up. He said, "Hey buddy, what's going on? Why can't you sell my house?" He said, "Well, Lee, it turns out nobody wants to live in a house with a history of major faucet problems." The bar's open, guys. Ted's back there. Jokes aren't going to get any better than that. I promise. That's all I've got. I got this place here on the right side, 2 properties. One has a house on it, the other's still empty. Both purchased by a gentleman named Herb Cole. He's a senator from Wisconsin. Also founded the Kohl's department stores. So how many of you on the boat like to use the, the Kohl's cash, right? Well, look what he bought with your cash over there on the right side. We got this house coming up on the right here, raised up seawall. That's going to mark the start of what we call Wayne's World here in Fort Lauderdale. Our local billionaire, Wayne Huizinga, used to own several of the homes along the river here in this section. And he had various family members living in them throughout the course of the years. The one on the right there with the putting green out back, he had his daughter Pamela living in that house for a while. Next house on the right here for sale, Montana Peninsula. He had his sister Bonnie living in that place for a while. Now his sister went to 5